So, Bruce, how did you become involved with Asist?
Started a few years ago, but I found my mum was getting stressed with the diagnosis, and we wanted to complain, and she couldn't. She tried everything, tried to write the letter, and so we decided to ring Asist and just see if we can get an advert.
Right.
And how did you find the advocacy relationship?
Quite helpful, because it was stressful for my mum as well.
Because it was very difficult
Yeah.
for you and your mum, because you was both involved in the same situation for a number of years, and you felt that you needed somebody impartial that was involved to be able to support you in voicing your concerns and your views and get the answers to the questions that you wanted to raise.
Yeah, so I'm guessing that Rubina helped you put together the letter.
Yeah.
Was that right?
Because it was hard it was hard. I knew what I wanted to put in, but it was hard for me to put it on paper.
Right.
Chloe, you've been now an advocate for a while.
Yeah.
How do you feel being an impartial advocate is different?
I think it helps. It's not always easy, because sometimes it's quite hard to keep your own opinion aside. But I think it helps because it gives the service user empowerment, and it makes them realise that yes, their views are important, and they don't have to listen to everybody else and do what everybody else says all the time. You know, it gives them the time and the freedom to express what they think, regardless of whether it might be right or wrong, and regardless of whether somebody disagrees. Anyway, we can actually express a view as if it was our own, and encourage professionals to give people answers about it.
And that's exactly what happened with you, Ruth, wasn't it? That you was able to put down in a letter what you wanted answered, and then the NHS then wrote back to you with some answers, and then you had the opportunity with me.
And then me and my mum read the letter, and some questions we disagreed, and some questions we did.
And then that generated another letter and another meeting, which you said to me, Ruth, that you wasn't comfortable attending and speaking to the doctor yourself, but we worked together to prepare some questions that you wanted me to ask on your behalf, as though you was there, and I was able to ask those questions on your behalf because I was an independent advocate.
To help my mum as well.
Yes, because you wanted your mum to be involved in the whole process.
And I was glad I was sitting there, because we had it, when I came back home, my mum was so pleased with one answer. And I said, "What's up?" She says, "We got one answer out of him, he's apologised." And that's when the stress started going with me mum.
And Chloe, in your experience, when you've worked with service users, do you feel that you've made a difference?
Definitely, yeah. I think that a lot of the service users I've worked with, when I've come to meet them initially, they don't realise that they can make choices and give opinions about things in their lives, because they've never had that opportunity before. So when I've gone in and said, you know, this is up to you, you can choose, afterwards they have got some really good outcomes, and that makes me feel really rewarded. And it's good to see them grow in confidence, like probably Rubina would have seen in you, Ruth, the change in the person after you've been with them a while is amazing.
And how has that helped you on a personal level, Chloe? Because you've been a volunteer advocate with Asist.
For me, on a personal level, it's gives me something to do every day, because obviously I've got disabilities myself, so it's quite hard Ruth probably knows, to find meaningful things to do sometimes. So it's helped me from that point of view, and it's made me decide that I want to do a career in advocacy, and I've actually, as well as voluntary work, I'm managing to hopefully pursue some paid work in the same sort of field. So yeah, I've moved on a lot as a result of being an advocate myself.
And Ruth, during your advocacy experience, how did you find the process?
Quite calming because I knew it was somebody was helping me,
And you was able to explore things at a time.
and if I couldn't have spoke to my mum, I could have rang you and say.
And do you think that you got the answers that you wanted, Ruth, through an advocate supporting
Yeah.
you?
Yeah.
And how has that changed things for you, Ruth? Has it made a difference having advocacy support?
Yeah, because when I feel stressed, I can just ask them now.
So you would use an advocate again if you needed to,
Yeah.
Ruth?
Do you think you've changed personally in terms of your confidence level as a result of?
If
having
they
an
low,
advocate?
sometimes I feel low, but they come back up quick now.
And you feel
Yeah.
more confident, do you,
Confident.
Ruth,
Yeah,
in able to ask the professionals about your care, and if you're not happy about what other people are saying, that you're a bit more confident now to ask those questions, whereas before,
I couldn't because we were both still angry inside.
where do you think you would still be if you didn't have an advocate
I
to
would-
look at that particular issue?
I would be still stressed, and I wouldn't have got it out.
Do you think you might be more ill as well as a result of
Yeah.
not finding out the right information about your health?
Because when I went to visit you, Ruth, after I picked up your referral, and I came to visit you at home with your mum, there were so many different questions that you wanted to ask, and there were lots of things that your mum wanted to
Yeah.
ask. And even though I was your advocate, you wanted your mum to be fully involved in the process.
And it made me mum feel better as well.
But somewhere in there, your voice was lost, because sometimes there were periods where your mum felt so strong and so exhausted that she wanted to take
She
over
wanted-
sometimes.
She wanted to just to tell him what.
Yeah.
To tell him, because like my mum said, where's the missed years?
Mm.
Yeah.
What have I lost?
Do you think that having being involved helped you to be able to single out what you thought and what your mum did
Yeah,
better?
yeah.
Because sometimes it's different, isn't it? And you don't always realise it is until you actually speak to somebody else.
That's independent
Yeah.
and impartial.
Yeah, it's like just at the second meeting, it was like my sister was asking questions, and then my mum was, and then I was. I felt much better meeting her without
Without the doctor.
doctor there.
Yes,
Yeah.
because you met with the investigating officer,
Yeah.
didn't you, Ruth?
Yeah,
You felt comfortable meeting with the NHS investigating officer,
Yeah.
but you wasn't comfortable meeting
No.
with the doctor.
because that would have been upsetting for me.
But you got some results, maybe not the results that you wanted, Ruth. And like you've said, you've had a lot of missed years, but now you've had some answers to the questions that you've been asking yourself for many years, and you're able to move forward and be a more positive
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
It's good.